Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nash Sportsley here. Welcome back to Operating Video today. As I'm going to do my round four team for this week. As I got here, obviously I'm going to keep this a bit short as I don't want to speak too much. I don't really want to disturb my parents and that. And yeah. So obviously we're going to go for the review from here for round three. So obviously round three, we start off with Reed Money getting 46 points there, getting total 133 so far, averaging 44.3 points so far. So yeah, and still is still about like 8.0% of people owning him right now. And yeah, um, obviously he was pretty good there. He was alright against Storm, I'll say. It was average at best, to be honest. I didn't really notice much from Raymani on the match against the Melbourne Storm. Not getting much impacted, in the forwards enough, in my opinion. And also, obviously Junior Paulo, obviously getting a lot of a couple of good offloads there to at least get him over 54 there. And so far for Junior Paulo, he's got a total of 139 points, averaging 46.3, and there's 5.3% of people still only at the moment. So yeah, looks like still more people owning Marnie at the moment over Paulo. So yeah, Cameron Murray was absolutely just incredible against the Sydney Roosters on Friday night. Obviously, scoring 81 points against the Sydney Roosters, averaging 70.3 points in the total for Puma's tally so far is 211 points for him. For the South Sydney skipper there. There's more people. Like 9.3% of people owning him so far, so that's pretty good. Obviously, Josh Curran. Shockingly, obviously, the Warriors weren't that great on Friday afternoon. Oh, sorry, yeah, no, uh, on Friday afternoon or evening. Sorry, yeah, on Friday evening against the West Tigers there in Campbelltown Stadium, getting total of 48 points there, and I didn't really watch the game. But it was a uh pretty bad game from what I heard, and obviously, looking at his total score from over here, he's got 179 points so far, averaging 59.7 points. So it's not bad. He's still pretty good. Only one off game, which I pretty much every good fantasy player is going to have an off stat, and that doesn't mean you need to like train him. Oh yeah, this and that. So yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon Josh Curran, yeah, will possibly do a little bit better, but I don't think he's gonna be good against the Broncos as what other people can actually, what other people thought. I'm not saying he's gonna do worse than what he did against the West Tigers. I'm just saying that he could be getting a couple of good like running meters. He could be getting like at least one or two assists there. You never know. But maybe 60, maybe 63, maybe that, maybe he'll probably score a total of 63 against the Brisbane Broncos at Redcliffe Stadium there. Jack Bird there, not doing the best. Got 39 points, so a little bit off there. Jack Bird, obviously, he scored a try against Sharks, but other than that, yeah, it wasn't the best. Joe Nono was an absolute gun against the Brisbane Broncos, and I reckon that he is in serious attention for for Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. And this is the type of guy that you need to keep in your team to get those to actually get those couple points. And I actually think he's going to, and I know that this is going to be a bold call. I reckon that he might be close coming around this point once again against the Sydney Roosters on Saturday night. So yeah, just just keep your eyes out on his hooker. Sorry, not hooker. Us, his back row. John and I. Nicholas Hines. He was absolute just magical there. Um, I could put him as captain, but uh, like as I said before, Josh Curran. You know, oh man, I'm thinking about maybe possibly not giving my backs any captaincy anymore, because obviously if you do want to like get consistent points there um throughout the whole season, I reckon you either go with your forwards or possibly your halves there. But Cleary is back, returning to round four against the Southern Rabbitohs at Bluebird Stadium. So yeah, that should be pretty interesting there. But I really do hope that if you guys do have enough money, or you probably selling big money on another player there, I do reckon that some people may be lucky enough to get back Nathan Cleary when they were about to put him in the season. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people put Cleary at the beginning of the season, such as myself. And yeah, but on the other hand side of the halves, Mitchell Moses shockingly scores a 33. But looking at his stats, he's averaging not bad by 45.3, which isn't bad enough. There's actually still a lot of people actually owning him 10.3%, and getting total points of 136, so he ain't doing that bad. And obviously Nick Hines over 226. Yeah, not really surprised. They're averaging 75.3. And yeah, obviously the centers there, they were good. So obviously Steph Crichton scoring 54 there, getting total 147 so far, an average of 49. So that's actually yeah, that's actually kind of close as what Mitch Moses scores there on here. So Moses isn't a half to really sell. I reckon he will possibly do a little bit more better uh, against the Dragons than what he did last week against the Melbourne Storm, when we made history of putting on a high scoring match with Raystone, the man himself. Uh, a shout out to Raystone for getting that winning try there off from the drop kick there from Mitchell Moses. And yeah, so Isaac Tago there, obviously a gun there as well, in my opinion as well. He he's averaging like 55 points, and I want to like compare him to like John Leno so far. So obviously, Isaac Tago is obviously averaging more than him at the moment, because obviously Nanai hasn't been scoring that well in the first couple of rounds. He's been scoring like 17s or even 33s, 40, all of that around that amount. So it's on. I think John Nanai could be possibly making could be possibly making soon much more average points than Isaac Tago soon. I mean, who knows? There is much more people getting Isaac Tago over Jermaine Nanai, and yeah, I think Nanai could possibly be um, the most underrated like fantasy player possibly in this comp, in my opinion. So yeah, I will not I will not uh put him out on the books yet, John and I. So yeah, James Tedesco obviously lost against South Sydney, but he did get a try there under the post there in the first half, scoring 43 points, scoring 138 points there for himself, averaging 46. So Mitchell Moses ain't off of aver- of of averaging more than what James Tedesco did. So yeah, you know what? It's not looking the best for Tedesco, and it's only about like 19.4 people. So actually, yeah, I mean, there's uh there's less people like only Mitch Moser over James Tedesco. And speaking about fullbacks, obviously Ryan Pappenhausen did score about like a try there. I think he was good, but I don't think he should have been in the team of the week in my opinion. But he did overall score 140 points, averaging 46.7. So himself has been performing the same way as what Tedesco did, and this is why you shouldn't really you shouldn't like really like captain's eyes your backs here. There's only like 32.6% people like owning him at the moment, and yeah, obviously Corey. Sorry, no, not Corey. It's Xavier Coates getting injured out in the round just before the match started on Saturday, or on Saturday afternoon, or sorry, no, Saturday evening, and yeah. So I've got here my bench here so far. I've got Brad Snyder in there, getting 55 points. Obviously, he was a key leading player. Sorry, no, he was one of the key leading players for the Rays to get that comeback win against the Gold Coast Titans when they were like 22 uh, to nil down at the first half. And Chris Randall, not surprisingly, going alright. But I still reckon that I should still definitely keep him on the bench there to see if he can get a couple of points for me. Ethan Bellamore, there was this one comment. Shout out to Jack's NRL stuff. He actually told me that Luke Thompson does get much more minutes than what Ethan Bellamore did, and that's why I'm going to at least make one change. Although I do have some concerns still for at least one play as Max King, uh, who was averaging like 46.7 points, being owned by 35.3 people, 35.3% of people at the moment, scoring a total of 140, which it's pretty decent a for a youngster like him. And yeah, that is my review. Sorry, no, that's my review on round three. And let's go into the changes quickly. Round four. I've made some changes of Luke Thompson coming on into the bench and putting Bellamore into the reserves after not giving him that much minutes, and just possibly maybe scoring like you know at least at least like getting a chance to score at least like one try against the Bulldogs last week. Sorry, no, on Sunday, but I think he did because I did remember that it was being reviewed by the bunker, and I do think it was no try. Um, correct me if I'm not in the comment section below of this video. Obviously, do that after this video ends. But Lachlan Ilias is a big concern for me. I do believe if you guys have seen my tips, for round four, please go and see that after this video. And I did actually tip South Sydney for the upset here. I know some people maybe question on why I actually put South to win it. It's because they are that that Nathan Cleary. I know he's back, but I just believe that Cleary might be struggling a bit because you guys gotta know that he's coming up from a shoulder injury, and I have spoken to a couple of Parent Panthers fans that he might have some concerns of him, performing the best that everyone expects him to be. Obviously, when coming from a shoulder injury, we all seen it from other players in the from last year, such as like Ryan Pabialzin, coming off from a big injury in Magic Round against the St George Illawarra Dragons there in round 10, of course. And when he came back, his form, uh, everyone expected him to be at his best, but he was a bit off. And I believe that Nathan that Nathan Cleary could could take some time, but South Sydney did face off against uh, the Parent Panthers in the 2001 Grand Final, where indeed half of the players did had massive concerns of the injuries as well, with the shoulders, the knees, the caps, all of that. From from last year, and yeah, they still got the dub there. But I just think that South Sydney could be hungry here, and I think Karen Murray is going to score me a possible 92. Yeah, I actually think that Karen Murray is going to get man of the match here. He was absolutely just phenomenal and absolutely just excuse my language, absolutely just sexy against Sydney Roosters there. In round three last week on Friday night at Accor Stadium. So yeah, I reckon that that Lachlan Ilias could be a big concern for me, but I'm gonna keep Max King in the bench at the moment, uh just to go for the safe option there, and I just really think if Ilias can actually go well in this game, then I might have a big think of possibly swapping Max King and Lachlan Ilias. So I know that Ilias has been averaging points like 19.7, but there's still a lot of people still owning him, and to those people still keeping Ilias in there, I give you props. I think you guys are pretty smart for it. I think they're waiting for the big one to come, and yeah, man, I was having some back and forth thoughts. I'll putting like it like Ilias in there. I think to myself, am I going to regret putting Ilias in the reserves there? Well, I gotta say, man, he could have a good chance. And the Bulldogs are versing the Melbourne Storm, but I do reckon that Max King can possibly get a couple points against Melbourne Storm and still get flogged. You know what? You know what? Stuff it. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. You know what? I'm going to. I mean, let's see. how many minutes he actually gets. Let's see here. No, I don't want to. I don't want to trade him. I want to see. I want to see how much how much minutes he plays. All right. Okay. Actually, no. Let's actually see on the NRL website quickly. All right. Round three. I want to see. No, I don't want. I don't want the women's premiership. I don't fucking care about Parramatta losing about that. And yes, sorry for not doing that that live stream. Because yeah, couldn't be. I was I was not I was unable to do that live stream there. All right, so here we are with play stats. Locking Ilias there. Where is he? He is over there, halfback. So he's played 80 minutes. So obviously he hasn't scored that much. But you know what? If you're going to take advice of like playing more minutes, he is going to get under pressure there. And you know what? Mm. Oh shit, shit, indeed. But I feel like that Murray is going to take the show here over Ilias. Sorry about that, lads. So I'm gonna go with Max King to be put on the bench at the moment. So yeah, and obviously for the team here, um, do I go for Nicholas Hines to be captain for my team? And you know what? He's up against the Newcastle Knights, and you know what? I think he's going to be close. And you know what? In case if my tip is wrong, uh, against Sharks, even though I don't really not I don't really like the Knights, I still think that the Knights. I got a feeling that with Caleb Ponga back in there, I feel like that the Knights are going to make a big statement, like a scary one, because you guys are going to know that this season is going to be the most unpredictable season. And I know I've been saying that a million times, over the channel, this and that, but this is why that these games are getting so much more entertaining rather than just being one sided. Like, oh yeah, Penrith and South, so yeah, Penrith 13 plus. Oh yeah, this and that, these tips. Oh yeah, Sharks will be too good. Nah, man. Uh, that's the reason. That's the reason why. If you guys haven't seen my my round four tips yet, onto that video is the reason why I believe that there's going to be some couple of big statements that are going to come up as upsets that that people are going to feel the bullshit vibe. If you guys know where I'm coming from, and yeah, uh, you know what? Yeah, someone did tell me to pick Nico Hines for captain, and you know what? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna keep Max King, which I do think he'll still get more points than Lachlan Ilias there. And yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with Nico Hines captain now. Uh, Doing live on this recording right now, and if and you know what? I'm gonna say that if he is out Nicholas Hines, I'm going to put James Tedesco as vice captain. Yep, I'm going to put James Tedesco as vice captain. And there you go, lads. That is my 2022 NRL fantasy team for round four, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like and also subscribe to my channel for more low content in the near future that you will not regret one single bit. And I do believe that Xavier Coates this time, hopefully, he will not get injured, even though he is averaging 26.5 points. I think I believe will go pretty much well, which I actually did tip him to get anytime try scorer uh, against Adakar to roll him to roll over him at Amy Park. So lads, this has been my round four team for my NRL fantasy, and lads, take care and peace.
I'm coming in hot.